Hello there guys and welcome, it's Niran here, and today it is time for another episode of our FIFA 14 Aston Villa career mode. Now I realise it's been quite a long time since I did one of these, in fact I think over a week for the first time probably since the series actually started. The reason for that is Grid Autosport came out as a racing game. You guys may not know, well you probably will know because I've been making so many videos about it. And sort of FIFA I know has taken a bit of a back step almost, and I don't really like to do that because I know there's a lot of people here who like to watch FIFA, and I like to, play FIFA most of the time, unless I'm getting very annoyed. But really, after I get back from a trip, which I'll tell you about in a second, I will be uploading a lot more FIFA career mode. The 15 show will be starting, try and get career mode team builder out, and also be players to watch out for. So I'll be trying to get back to sort of FIFA ways. Just before we start the video as well, as I don't usually do this, in fact I never do this, but shout outs. I've got some great friends who are starting some YouTube channels. A friend called Ariel Videos 1998, go and check him out. He'll be doing some Ultimate Team stuff, and I think some career mode and top tips videos as well. He's just started, he did before, but he started again. And also the Best of Slovenia, this is Cezo HD even. I'll leave both of their channels in the description below. Go and check those guys out, they're just starting FIFA channels, and I've been friends with them for quite some time. In the background, as you can see, there's players here that I'm just making inquiries about, and they are, interestingly, actually the players that you guys have suggested in the comment section. I went over about the last 5 episodes and found the players. We'll be getting inquiries back from the clubs, emails back from the clubs, so I'll go through those in a little bit more detail when they come back through. And we obviously saw the calendar. In this episode we'll be playing Wigan and Manchester City, and we'll also be diving headfirst into the transfer window between the two games. But here we go, first game of the episode, and this is against Wigan. A bit of an odd start to this episode, doing 2 shout-outs and telling you what I'll be doing and how I regret not doing FIFA videos. I will be off as well for 5 days in terms of YouTube. No, sorry, 4 days, sorry, for YouTube, because I'm on a trip. I'm on a biology field trip with my school. But when I come back, I'll try and do about 3 videos in 3 days or something to make that up for you. But I'll only be gone for about 4 days, so it shouldn't be too bad. But nevertheless, we were here playing Wigan. I've missed the squad. There's too much to talk about. I'm very sorry. You guys saw the squad, though. The squad for this game was literally the standard squad. There was, like, no changes, I don't think, whatsoever. Juricic there cutting inside after Benteke's initial shot. And how on earth? All Backley had to do was just put that in, and he's just tried to slide tackle him. Ronye there with a decent chance, sitting with his left foot. Not entirely sure where he didn't hit that with his right foot. A little bit later, though, from the resulting corner, and Papadopoulos there with the header. Benteke stabs it in, toe pokes it in, but unfortunately he's in offside position, so he can't. So the goal is disallowed, unfortunately. There, a little bit later on the 42nd minute, a decent chance there for Delphin, right on the edge of half-time. A header there for, I think, James McLean, of course, from Wigan. They're going agonisingly wide for them, but right into the second half, just at the start, huge mistake there from Ali El-Habsi, and that gave us the lead. Zachariah Backley, the smallest man on the pitch, getting the goal to put us 1-0 up. I'm not going to lie to you, this game was a lot harder than it really needed to be against a newly promoted team. That did give us a 1-0 lead in the 49th minute, but literally straight from the kickoff, Wigan hit the post there. They really should have scored, but they just literally walked through my defence there. Canales again, and McManaman on the volley. What a strike that is! And the follow-up there, we were lucky that that didn't go in too. But then, utter disaster. Klein doesn't clear the ball away, and I'm sorry. What is that? Matthew Lowton just decides to help Canales in scoring. How Canales has still got the goal is actually beyond me in the 68th minute. But it just raises the whole point of AI intelligence is actually a myth. It doesn't exist at all. When you look at that goal and you realise EA claimed the AI are meant to be more intelligent, you just realise it's complete and utter baloney. But still, we managed to go forward just, I think, 7 minutes later, was it? And actually score straight away. Zachariah Backley getting another goal, his second goal of the game. Nice ball over the top there from Christian Benteke. The nice control and the right-footed finish down into the bottom left corner. And actually Backley came off. That was his last action of the game. I was meant to do a substitution in terms to try and combat and score a goal. But then we scored, and Backley had to come off for Lacazette there. I tell you what, though, Wigan could have scored right at the end. Well, not quite right at the end. With about 10 minutes to go there. Canales, I think, again, clean through. Great save from Zito with his feet. And that was it. That was the end of the game. That game was so much harder than it really needed to be against Wigan. We ended up winning 2-1, though. Good rating there for Christian Benteke, getting an 8.2, as well as Backley there getting an 8.2. Kyriakos Papadopoulos there getting a 7.7, as well as Vlar getting a 7.2. So decent ratings for them. Juricic, Delph and Grenier getting okay ratings, but Lowton and Klein were absolutely catastrophic. Meanwhile, here we've got the first of the inquiries. This is Daniel Opare. This is someone suggested Daniel Opare in the comment section. 1.2 or 1.4 million only, I think I'd have to spend on him. Origi there, 925k. Socrates Papastotopoulos there, 10.5 million. Alfred Finnbogason then 9 million. Dries Mertens 14 million. And Matteo Kovacic 21.5 million. All those guys, people that you have suggested in the comment section in the last few episodes of the series, But here, disaster, Kyriakos Papadopoulos out for a week, meaning he will be out of the Manchester City game, which is kind of annoying, really, because it means a huge reshuffle now in defence for that Manchester City game. Just going back to those players that I made inquiries for, realistically, I'm not going to be able to sign all of them in this transfer window, but they are guys you suggested, and I am very interested in all of them. Here you can see the players I put up for sale: Graham Burke, Charles and Zogbia, Kieran Clark, Nathan Baker, Agbonlahor, Westwood and Bakuna. Now quickly for Bakuna, Westwood, Agbonlahor and Zogbia, I've sort of put them up just to say I'm willing to listen to offers. The other 2 or 3 I'm definitely going to sell. Those guys, I am thinking about selling them just to bring in some more players, some more exciting players, because realistically, they don't play all that much. But still, it is now time for the second game of this episode against Manchester City, and it wasn't going to be the standard team. There were so many changes that had to be made. Zila in goal, Klein, Ake, Vlaar and Baker in defence, with Grenier, Roda and Delph in midfield, Backley, Juricic and Benteke in front. A huge reshuffle, even, really there in defence, with Lowton and Romagnoli on the bench. So I was really impressed with Romagnoli last time he played. Fortunately, we've sort of played big games since then, so he hasn't really been able to come in again and sort of show that potential that he showed in the first game that I played with him. But he seems like a very good player. But this game was ridiculous. How Ozil managed to outstrength that guy is beyond me, and it led to a goal, the first highlight of the game, in the 14th minute. And this was just, this game was ridiculous. Man City, I've played Man City quite a few times actually on this career mode, and never have I found them so ridiculously hard to play in my life. Alvaro Negredo just turning Nathan Ake, who went in for a slide tackle to try and block a shot that I thought would be taken straight away, and he was unable to. But some nice football there between Roda and Backley, unable to finish it though. Roda, Hart coming out and blocking it a little bit, premature. Well, not prematurely, but he managed to get there first anyway. It was some really nice play though. Man City there going forward again. Negredo managing to blaze it well over the bar after that combination play with Stefan Jovetic, who managed to go forward. But it didn't really help. The Semi-Kaya is the most OP defender in all history. Like, it was unreal. Literally, just to be able to defy the laws of physics and step through Christian Benteke. All the strength that Christian Benteke has, and he could just literally step through him. Like he wasn't even an object, like he wasn't even opaque. Like he was just a shadow. We managed to get a few chances there. Benteke forcing a save from Hart, and the resulting corner fell to Roda. It was blocked, unfortunately, an easy save, but there we go. Filip Juricic in the 84th minute managing to save the day with his 20th goal in all competitions. To be honest, we probably didn't even deserve this goal in the slightest, but it was a really nice chop-in from Juricic, ran into the box there, and a really strong finish. Benteke there with the outside of his boot forcing another brilliant save from Joe Hart. We actually could have won the game in the end. Lionel Cole going forward for Manchester City, but he ran out of time. It was full time there. We managed to somehow salvage and rescue a draw out of that. 1-1, I don't know how, don't ask me how. Negredo there with the goal for them, and for ourselves, Juricic. But my goodness me, what a hard game that was. What a hard episode in general. Sebastian Roda managed to get the man of the match. Juricic there getting a good rating as well. So, Nathaniel Klein as well. Still wasn't too hot on him defensively. I think the full-back position will have to be a position we really have to strengthen. I'm looking at Thomas Callas and Alexandro as well, especially. Here you can see some transfer offers we got. Christian Benteke we got an offer from Barcelona. You may have seen that earlier as well, actually, that I sent a counter offer. I just decided to reject it this time. We've accepted a bid there from Middlesbrough for Graham Burke, who's of course up for sale. And we then got an offer from Fulham of £29 million there for Christian Benteke, and we straight up rejected that as well. We don't want to sell him to another Premier League team. As you can see here, though, Zachariah Backley is very thankful that his concern was taken on board, and I think he was a little bit annoyed he wasn't playing very often earlier on in the season. But nevertheless, after that, we decided to send our scouts out, or give them an instruction, as I should say, for players whose contract is running out in the summer. Now, obviously, I got Clement Grenier on that free transfer in effect last season, and it was an incredible signing. I'm not going to lie to you. Free Christian Clement Grenier. I didn't say Benteke a minute ago. I said Clement Grenier. But yeah, I didn't know whether I'd be able to pull off another one of those. As you could see there, Charles and Zogbia, we got an offer there from Arsenal for Charles and Zogbia. We sent a counter offer back of 4.4 million, and they actually accepted it, which was brilliant. And they're going to go ahead and match that and make an offer for him. As you can see here are some of the players that I am going to be looking at for you guys. Ciro Immobile there, Jorginho, Kovacic, Mertens, Desilio, and Yang there with Sorg, Voran, Rodriguez, Cruz, Socrates, Papastopoulos, Josip Dermic, and I think Jerome Boateng at the bottom of this page. This is just players who I found from players to watch out for videos, and that you guys have suggested as well. Divock Origi was on the first page as well with someone else, and I couldn't see, unfortunately, in the short time that I had to look at that. But yeah, those are the guys I'm scouting. I'll hopefully be able to make some bids for those, and hopefully I'll be able to sign possibly 4 or 5 players in this transfer window. I'm looking for a busy one, even if a few of them are a few young players like Origi and possibly the goalkeeper Ruben Blanco. But here, just to end the episode, the table, only 1 point clear now of Chelsea. We're on 48, they're on 47 in front of Manchester City, Liverpool and Spurs. Decent draw though against Manchester City, at least we didn't lose or else we would have lost the top spot in the table. Manchester United there, Arsenal, West Ham, Fulham and Swansea rounding out the top 10, with Stoke and Wigan just outside the relegation zone, although Wigan shouldn't be there based on how they played against us, with Reading, Hull and Leicester still occupying those relegation places. But nevertheless, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Like and subscribe if you did, and comment about enjoying it if you enjoyed it that much. Really hoping to get some more FIFA out in the future, in the next month really for you guys. I know you enjoy it a lot, so I'll be hoping to bring that back. Nevertheless, it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a good day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.